Good morning, guys. Hopefully, everybody had a good weekend and a safe Halloween. If you got some leftover candy, don't send it my way. But yeah, we still continue to keep moving up. We have SPY hitting all-time highs this morning at 461. 461. I was telling the guys in the group, I was thinking that's where we were going to go. I actually said that in the video too at 460, and here we are. So it's interesting, right? When all the odds are against us, and the odds are pretty heavy, that we could still get some nice predictions with the Omni bands. So you guys take advantage and get into these subscriptions while they're cheap now, instead of waiting until they go up, because they will, because of demand. That's just how life works. So yeah, click the website, click the affiliate links if you're on Royal server, and get your package going today. So I got new levels here that we can take a look at. Pop up this window here. 470 would be another level they could be looking for. And 463 is the more conservative level that they may try to push first. So real quick too, though, because I was talking about all the odds are against us, and whether you have the bands or you don't have these algos or not, but you should, because it will help. The other thing is managing your risk exposure, right? So think about like an analogy when you go outside and you got pale white skin like me. If you don't have any sunscreen on, you're gonna burn, right? So you're exposed to all that sunlight. Well, you're doing the same thing when you're getting into uh, high return trades like volatile, weekly options, penny stocks. Anything with these really high returns is a lot of risk exposure to your portfolio. So make sure you guys are using different strategies and objectives of how you're going to grow your money, because you have a whole different way you can do that by buy and holding longer positions on lower volatile stocks. Blue chips, for example, move pretty healthy. SPY index, you can buy some ETFs. Those move really healthy. The other thing too with SPY is you can play options on SPY, and it's healthier than playing some of these more high returns. Now, granted, there's a bubble of money, right? There's a bubble of profit that can be made in day trading. It doesn't satiate, right? It's like going to a fast food place. You eat that food, you feel pretty full, right? And then 2 hours later, you're hungry again. And they didn't give you any nutritional value at all, right? It actually probably made things worse for your body. That's the same thing with options. If you're playing weeklies, if you're playing penny stocks, you get into those kind of trades, you're hurting your wealth, your growth. You're hurting your chances of making more money, and it's going to mess with you. So go the healthier route. Go the healthier route. Try some SPY options today. Just try them out. And you can play either direction. You can play both directions, and you can still make money on the options. And the nice thing about playing options is for SPY is your premium's not just going to go to zero as soon as you get in, because the IV is so healthy, guys. That's the most important thing. The you can ask a lot of investors. It's all about the benchmark. They use the benchmark on the index. Basically, if they're testing some strategy, they're testing it against the index. Why? Because the index is healthy. So not to go on this big rant, but think of like fast food when you go into some of these weekly options, right? And if it's really that good for you, is it really that satisfying? Are you taking all this money out of the bank, out of your brokerage account, going into the bank, or are you just re-spinning it? You're doing exactly what they know that you're gonna do, right? So, with that being said, let's take a look at the technicals, or at least what the algorithms are saying. So 458.37 would be that level. Probably. I mean, this has pretty nice growth right now through here, but it is getting into this more overbought area. So 458 would be a level that we'd probably want to hold. And I'm going to leave it at that, 458. If we get below that, then you could probably get into some SPY puts, or we might get into a choppy area until they want to find new price discovery. So check out Bitcoin real quick. And Bitcoin, it's having some that range level right now through the 60,000, 63,000. This is what I've been noticing about Bitcoin lately, is it likes to it'll move up, it'll have a nice little momentum, a trend, if you will. It trends up, and then it'll just kind of stagnate a little bit until it gets some more price discovery, wherever that level is going to be, and then it moves up again, then does the same thing. But it's real slow, which is good. This gives us a higher probability of getting to 70,000. But we always have to play both sides, because we're not necessarily 100% sure at all what the market's going to do, right? That's a lot of exaggeration there, but seriously, we have no idea what the market's going to do. All we have are just statistics and probable levels, and that's what the algorithms give us. So these lines here are all provided by the algorithms, and you can see that the levels have been working quite well. You can see where this 61,000 zone has become a consolidation zone, right? So getting actually above this would be a safer play if our assumption we were going into past the 70,000. So actually buying here is more risky than, say, buying up here, as crazy as that sounds. Or if it does, actually want to go down lower, then another evaluated area would probably be in your 54,000 zone. I know it's not showing on the chart, but it is a level that I've seen before. And I don't like to look at historical patterns as much, but the indicators are showing different levels that have a more probable level of hitting versus just saying a support resistance level that happened a week ago, right? So currently right now we're testing some resistance at that 62, like I talked about, and I would say anything under 59 is we're probably going to be pushing down to 40 again. So let's take a look at Tesla. Tesla also moved up. Okay, this is one of those like high returns examples, and people absolutely love playing Tesla, and they make a lot of money off it, and I get it, right? But it's not substantial. And what usually happens though is people who make a lot of money will double down, and then they'll lose it all, right? They go back for dessert, and then their belly hurts, and they can't they can't eat anymore. That's a terrible analogy, actually. I don't know why I brought that up. but no, you're you're over embellishing too much, right, in some of these. So from the technical viewpoint, I'm looking at these levels here, this 1163 and this 1300. but risk to reward is extremely low. Like if you get into, or the risk is extremely high versus the reward. If you get into these 1,300 calls, best believe it's not going to be an easy trip up there. And the only reason it looks really nice right now through here is because it did all this when the market closed, right? When the market closed, let me just pop this up here and you guys can see for yourself. So let me get to 1,600 or whatever. Yeah, through here. See, the market closed and then it started moving up after. And it was a lot more easier to trade. So these guys were trading equity off Tesla, and that's how they were doing so well, right? Because they were playing it after hours. So now we're going to get back into this volatile, into the options calls, and a lot of this might be some take profit going on this morning. So that's where I'm expecting this to happen at this level. Now, if we break above that, again, I think it's still pretty risky to play Tesla at these levels. But, you can, if you want to go into a longer position, I would wait for at least to a new evaluated area, maybe down in the 770s. If this was going to be a longer term position, if it's a shorter term, maybe the 980s. So let's see if I got anything else I want to look at. We're still holding our MasterCard. It's a little rocky, but this is why we play the longer out options, and we have our levels if we need the bell on this. So really, we're just seeing at this 338 zone. If we can get over that for MasterCard, I think we can really start collecting on this premium. But if the premium starts decaying too much, then I'll get out of it. Same with Baba, and Baba's being a little finicky as well. So it doesn't. It's whatever this this downtrend or whatever these sellers are doing. If they really do push past this 154, then Baba could be going a lot lower. So this is a big area for Baba, for this company. If they want to, entice investors, this is where they need to do it. So maybe if we get this level right here gets really interesting, we might get a gap up, and then we might get those premiums higher up. Again, we're doing the November 26th, so we do have some time. Anything else to look at? I mean, oil. I mean, you guys, go out to your gas stations. You can already see how much oil is. So yeah, it's really pushing up to that $90, right? $90 a barrel. That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like the gas is the same gas that, when my mom was using it. So nothing's changed with it, right? Like it's still, a messy situation, in the oceans and in our environment and our earth. It's still not good for it, but we still want to see that greed, right? So yeah, we could get up to those levels of 90. Maybe that's where they're pushing at it for $90. And if they keep doing that, of course, your gas prices are going to go up. I'd say anything under $80, then we might get a cheaper gas price. So that's what I see for oil. Look at one of the meme stocks for you guys. So this is AMC. Just seeing if it's AMC is a real company, right? So is GameStop, but yeah, I think some people know that, like, when other companies are beginning to fall and these hedge funds, start betting against each other, their quants versus their quants, and see which one wins. And what happened is we had a massive short squeeze with GameStop, and then it just a burst of buyers came through. So AMC is it's a real company. But it also got caught in this chop as well. So we still can't, necessarily say that, just because it's a meme stock, it's just, it's a meme stock. It doesn't have any real value. But no, it still has real value, right? So AMC right now, I would say over this, 36.66, then we might try to retest $38 today. But it really just depends if they want to keep selling it this morning or not. And if they do, then we could get down, like I said, close to that $25 range. That's what I was looking at long term. Kind of risky right now with AMC, in my opinion. Take a look at Facebook real quick. So yeah, a lot of gaps up this morning. We usually do perform better in the November and December days or months. So I expect us to see some more of this bullish return. But it doesn't mean that when you're playing these high returns that you can just assume that the price is going to keep going up. It's going to be violent, and people are still going to lose money the same, even if the market's slow or fast or sideways. I would say safer play for me would be over 330. 330, then I believe that we can get, into those new levels at 353. That's something I would probably look at. Well, folks, that's all the time I got. And appreciate the support as always. And I'll try to keep doing classes when I can in Royals Group. And Omnino, I haven't forgot about those guys. They were already making money. Matter of fact, we had a guy in there that he initially started with $100, and I'm not a big fan of like doing challenges and stuff just because of the whole fast food analogy, right? It's better to be healthier and eat the right things than go to fast food just because it's quick. But he was able to make a lot of money off this challenge. So he started with $100. He went down to only $28. He got lucky when he played an Amazon call, which boosted his account up to 128. And then he was able to flip that with consecutive success with a lot of other option plays to over $1,400. So he's using the algorithms the right way. He's using that probability of, that definition of probability statistically of where the algorithms see a higher probability to buy versus to sell. And it paid out for him. So I don't need to tell those guys much. Most of them have figured out the algorithms, which is good, and it's showing in their portfolios. So, they do work. But anyways, you guys have a good Monday. Stay safe. See you Wednesday. Please like, share, and subscribe. Peace.